The film begins in a large, luxurious mansion. A businessman named Isaac arrives to meet the mother and son there with a mysterious box. It's a Jack-in-the-Box music box. Olga somehow managed to order this item from the black market. Isaac says it's a rare, expensive item because it's connected to a massacre many years ago in Hawthorne. After receiving the full payment from Edgar, Isaac leaves. Olga is left alone in the room, and she begins turning the letters on the box to spell life. A crank appears on the side, and she uses it to activate it. In an instant, music plays, summoning the clown Jack. Meanwhile, Isaac, having just left, remembers he left his car keys and returns to retrieve them. Isaac senses something very unsettling around him. Very quickly, he was brutally attacked by Jack. His body dragged into the box and the lid closed, becoming the monster's first victim when it was summoned back. Why did Olga need the box and summon the clown? And who will be the next victim of this disgusting monster? Let's find out in part 2 of this series. The next day, Edgar hired a new housekeeper for the mansion, Amy. The two met, and Edgar showed her the interior of the mansion and the specific job. He gave her the contract along with the curfew. After reading it, Amy agreed to sign the contract. Then Edgar brought breakfast up to his mother and was horrified to see blood all over the floor. Olga then explained to her son. She had summoned the demon Jack and made a deal with it to regain her health, as Olga was currently seriously ill and bedridden. In return, she would provide the monster with 6 lavish human cannibalistic feasts. Edgar's mother assigned him the task of luring 5 more people to their deaths. Initially hesitant, he eventually agreed because of his love for his mother. That night, Edgar was still haunted by what had just happened when he heard Isaac's voice. Following the sound, he discovered it was coming from the music box. Isaac begged Edgar to save him, so he frantically tried to open the box. Jack unexpectedly appeared, and it turned out to be just a dream. Meanwhile, Amy was reviewing her boyfriend's previous apology messages. She decided to call him back but found no signal. Amy heard voices outside and went to investigate. It was Frank, the chef, and Janet, the housekeeper, playing chess. Amy befriended them and joined them. At this moment, Edgar secretly took the music box to the storage room, the location where Frank and Janet had planned their date that night. When things reached a crucial point, Janet sensed a chilling atmosphere. Frightened, she left. Frank remained inside and heard strange noises. He followed the sound, unaware that Edgar had locked the door from the outside. Immediately, the monster Jack appeared, growling menacingly. It used its claws to pierce Frank's stomach and drag him into the box. Edgar peeked from the outside and immediately vomited from the horror. Feeling guilty, he wanted to go see his mother to refuse the task. However, when he saw Olga regain her health, standing on her own, albeit with a cane, Edgar's attitude completely changed. Each life provided to the clown would improve her health. Edgar then went home to see his girlfriend. They were having trouble because Stacy felt her boyfriend spent too much time with his mother. Edgar explained that he owed her a great deal, including for covering up a past crime of his from the police. While Stacy went to make tea, Edgar secretly checked his girlfriend's phone and discovered she was having an affair. With no more love between them, Edgar returned to the mansion and forged a letter, falsely claiming it was written by Frank, and gave it to Janet. The letter essentially stated that Frank had decided to leave the mansion and return home. Amy, still unaware of what had happened, noticed that breakfast wasn't ready and called for Frank. Edgar then appeared and said Frank had returned home the previous night. Amy begins her first day of work. While cleaning the room containing the music box, she notices the puppet turning to look at her. However, it's a prank by Janet. Janet then talks about Frank, wondering why they were planning to leave together and start a family. Edgar makes breakfast and brings it to his mother. He asks more about the haunted box. She then explains in more detail. The creator of the box, who made a deal with the devil, is called Jacastemera. The devil initially invaded the mind of a real clown and slowly took over his body. The clown constantly heard strange voices, so he sought out the creator of the box, who was then known as a paranormal researcher. After being persuaded, the clown agreed to be locked in the box forever, fearing the devil would use his body to do evil to the human world. However, the man broke his promise. He opened the box, releasing the demon, which had now possessed the clown's body. He made a deal with the clown demon, offering it 6 lives in exchange for a child. The man's wish came true, and Olga longed to regain her youth and health. Edgar's girlfriend arrived at the mansion. Still bitter about being cheated on, Edgar grabbed her from behind and tied her to a chair in the storeroom. While he was thinking about how to get a third victim for the clown demon, the victim appeared. The box was right in front of Stacy. The puppet appeared. Then blood flowed from its eyes. terrifying Stacy. Then the monster slowly emerged from the box and attacked her. Inside the mansion, Janet gradually noticed something unusual happening. She went to see Amy and revealed Edgar's dark past. In a drunken rage, Edgar brutally murdered his own father because the latter frequently mistreated Olga. Olga covered for her son and framed Edgar's uncle to take the blame. The two then left the country and moved here. Edgar, who was nearby, overheard their entire conversation. He then planned to make Amy the fourth victim of the monster. Edgar secretly slipped a pill into Amy's drink, causing her to feel unwell and nauseous all day. These moments of exhaustion made Amy miss her boyfriend even more. She decided to forgive him and send a message, but forgot that there was no phone signal or internet here. Suddenly, Amy heard a cracking sound of bones to her left. The clown was standing nearby. Trembling, she screamed at the hideous creature in front of her. Amy ran downstairs. Thankfully, Janet heard the screams and rushed to help, calming her down. It's unclear whether Amy's vision of Jack was real or a hallucination caused by the pill. As everything remained calm until morning, Edgar pretended to visit Amy and learned she wanted to leave the mansion. Naturally, Edgar disagreed and asked what had happened the night before. After hearing Amy's full story, Edgar tried to persuade her, promising to take her to a doctor. Soon after, a doctor arrived. He said Amy might be hallucinating and would prescribe medication. However, he stopped and changed his mind, refusing to give her any medicine. He simply told her to rest, gave him his business card, and left. Edgar was furious and chased after him to demand an explanation. As they had previously agreed on something, the doctor sensed something was wrong and decided to tell Amy the truth. But Edgar stopped him and threatened him. The doctor drove away, but the gate was completely shut. He went back inside to demand that Edgar open the door. As he passed the shed, Edgar pushed him inside along with the Jack in the box. Of course, the monster couldn't refuse such a meal. Even though the doctor tried to resist with a knife, it was useless. Just 2 more lives needed to be sacrificed for Olga's wish to come true. Edgar went upstairs to see his mother and was overjoyed to find her healthy enough to walk normally. He told her that he had locked the gate and that his last 2 victims for Jack were Amy and Janet. At the same time, Janet went to see Amy to tell her that she had seen Edgar giving a large sum of money to the doctor along with a bottle of medicine. Amy also sensed something was amiss because her gate key had been taken. The two of them urgently split up to find the key to escape this mysterious mansion. While searching, Janet spotted Edgar and hid in the nearby basement. Little did she know, this was a trap Edgar had set. As soon as Janet stepped down, it started playing music. Then the monster emerged and grabbed Janet. She struggled to get up, with a large cut on her face, and with difficulty climbed the stairs. Unfortunately, Edgar was standing right there, coldly slamming the door shut. So, only 1 life remained. Meanwhile, Amy was packing her things when she remembered the doctor's business card. There was a warning on it, and it turned out he was a real actor. She then went to find Janet. Reaching the basement, she was horrified to find Janet's severed arm, which had been dragged into the box. Edgar heard the screams and began searching for Amy, but she had locked him in a room. Amy frantically searched for the gate key, and when she found it, Olga was right behind her, stabbing her. The monster, sensing its meal, emerged from the music box. Amy wasn't weak, despite being stabbed. She managed to get up, stab Olga to the floor, and then snatch the knife, finishing her off. She ran downstairs, but Jack was standing below, forcing her to turn back up. Unfortunately, Amy ran into a dead end, holding her breath and hoping the monster wouldn't find her. The lights flickered on and off. She calculated the time, waiting for it to lunge at her before dodging and running downstairs. Amy struggled a bit but managed to activate the gate. Now all she needed to do was run as fast as she could before it closed. Edgar finally broke through the door and ran to find his mother. He collapsed when he saw her lying motionless on the floor. The wound made it difficult for Amy to walk. Jack slowly grabbed her, but she wouldn't surrender. She took out a knife, stabbed the monster, and continued to run. Finally, she succeeded in getting outside, trapping the clown behind the gate. Returning inside, Edgar learned that Amy had escaped, and because of his immense love for his mother, he willingly sacrificed himself to the devil, becoming Jack's 6th victim. The clown slit Edgar's throat and dragged him inside. After devouring 6 people, Olga's wish immediately came true. She came back to life. The movie ends here. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.